to the channel. Today's topic is going to be something a lot of people think about or think what's going on, and it's not your reflection. This time it's actually your perception of what you're seeing, and it's not what's going on is not a reflection of you. It doesn't always have to be a reflection of you. It's how you perceive the situation. It's how you perceive it. Now, how you perceive it is how you receive it. How you perceive the situation, like, oh, this is negative or this is positive, then you're going to experience those how you perceive the situation. So if someone cheated on you and you're like, oh, that was a reflection of me, like, oh, it's my fault. Oh, it was like, sometimes we do that too much, and it's not your fault. Sometimes it's your fault, but sometimes it's not. We gotta discern. Use discernment here. Use your mental, and not get into a space where everything is the exact reflection of what's really going on, because some of us healed people, some of us, whole people, go through certain things, and it don't be our fault. It really don't. Like, oh, this person treated you this way, but if we put up with it, then that's our reflection. But if we just cut it off, like, boom, that wasn't our reflection. We just perceived it as that's they need healing on that. So we just can't go around and say, this is a reflection of me, this is a reflection of me, and then you just start going into a destructive mode, like, oh, there's something wrong with me, there's something wrong with me. When you know you did the healing, when you know you can have good relationships with friends, lovers, and family. Now, when everything around you is going a little disastrous and destructive and stuff like that, then look on the inside. Then change your lens and see how you perceive it. But it's not always a reflection. Now, how much you got and how much you're doing and what are you contributing, then those dynamics is totally different. That's totally different from you thinking, oh, that's a reflection. Oh, that's a reflection. Oh, that's a reflection. Or I'm healing people, but I'm the problem. It could go so many ways. And I just made a post about how some narcissists are healers, can't play as a healer, but we both have these two energies within ourselves. That's the balance. And we got to know when one is being activated and one is being in the back burner. Because sometimes we put different hats on. Sometimes we play the victim, sometimes we play the healer, sometimes we play the empath, sometimes we play the narcissist. Now, being a narcissist is you putting yourself first, is you getting your own stuff, is actually the self-love, is actually a little bit of ego. We gotta use a little bit of the ego and not be so empathic, like empath, like, oh, feel everything, just feel it all, just give me all of it. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Do not do that. Because you're going to find yourself drained you're going to find yourself not being able to actually do certain things. You're always going to be tired because you're always giving, giving, giving. You got to know how to put up boundaries. Boundaries. This is where you put yourself first and put the ego on just a little bit, and not trip though. Don't ego trip and go too much. There's balance within everything. There's balance within everything. So you gotta know how to play the hero and the villain within your own story. Because you see, the villain, they put themselves first. The villain puts themselves first. And the hero puts everyone else first. So you gotta know how to be, vigilante. Like Batman. Vigilante. He knows how to balance saving people and putting himself first. He's a billionaire and a hero. He could have both worlds. You can have both worlds because there's no good or bad. There's only negative charge and positive charge. So when you're in this mindset of, oh, that's bad, oh, that's good, or this is that, you're putting yourself in a box. And you're not even experiencing a lot of things because you think it's good or bad. And then you're going to an old way of thinking that's kind of limiting your mind and saying, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve that. I think that's good or I think that's bad. And then your whole life is just this black and white, and there's a lot of gray area in the middle. I can speak on angels and demons and bad guys, good guys. Aren't they both needed? Because let's just say without one, there is not the other. Let's just say if there was no good, there would be no bad. Let's just say if there was no narcissist, there would be no empaths. If there was no love, there's no hate. So they both are necessary. They're both necessary. So don't ever take one away from the other. Don't ever take one away from the other. Always find, there's always a thin line between love and hate, good and evil, and things of that. It's just using those aspects of those characteristics that you see as that. You can use it within different situations. There's a time and place for everything. There's a time for protection. There's a time for putting yourself first. There's a time for putting others first. There's a time for healing. There's a time for reading. There's a time and place for everything. You're not going to be this positive, passive person all the time. If someone's coming up to you and they're ready to do something, you're not going to be like, okay, you're just going to just do whatever. No, you're going to be on the attack. But someone else might see that as, oh, that person is being negative, or that person is being violent or something, but you're really protecting yourself. So we can't really judge things from one perspective. You gotta look at all angles. Looking at the full circle of everything. That's how you do it. And that's how you kind of balance yourself with both energies. That's how you balance yourself with both energies. And yeah, always perceive both energies as one. That's why I say, make sure you're not reflecting everything and perceive it, and then that's how you perceive it or operate, how you want to operate. So this is the video. Thank you for watching. And I got links to my Instagram. I am Kurt Captain. And my Facebook is Kurt Captain Norton. And my website is down below in the description. And I will see you on the next video.